for a second and get into household toxins. Now, the toxins are literally everywhere. And I do not want this, like, just as a saying, you don't want to be overly paranoid and, you know, everyone's out to get you and that type of thing. The reason I'm going through this is just because we have to be aware and have an elevated level of consciousness to know that make educated choices on what we're buying, because what we're buying has a direct impact on the toxicity levels of us, our families, our kids, and everyone around. So we talked about, I think it was the first week, where researchers found that over 300 chemicals were in the umbilical cord of newborn babies. And of those, we know that 180 cause cancer in human and animals. 217 are toxic to the brain and nervous system. This is in the umbilical cord. Like, these kids are coming in already pre-polluted. And 208 cause birth defects or abnormal development. We literally could spend a week going through all the different household toxins, but I don't think that would serve us. Our goal is to eliminate toxic exposure as much as possible. That includes the ones in our environment, the ones that we consume in our food, and the ones that we put on our skin that get absorbed. And in order to achieve this goal of healing our children, we need to limit our children's exposure to toxins. And we need to be aware of the types of products where the toxins lurk and find better alternatives. And additionally, knowing that there is so much out there, we need to build up our children's immune systems by healing their gut, giving them things like sulforaphane, which I went over last week, which is the broccoli sprout extract, which helps detox the body, phase 2 detoxification. Increasing glutathione, which, if you remember, there was like those little Roomba vacuum going around cleaning up free radicals and oxidative stress. We need to increase those levels so that our kids can let their body flush these out naturally. Okay, so that said, let's just focus on 2 of the big ones that are in most household items, and then we'll go into a little bit more specifics. So the first one, I don't even know how to pronounce it, phthalates, or I don't know, whatever that is. This is found in most of the fragrant household products, food packaging, cosmetics, personal care, air fresheners, dish soap. Anytime you see the word fragrance on a label, there's a good chance that these guys are present. Now, these guys are endocrine disruptors, and researchers have also linked these to asthma, ADHD, breast cancer, obesity, type 2 diabetes, low IQ, neurodevelopmental issues, behavioral issues, fertility and reproductive issues. I mean, the list goes on and on. You know the little plugins that you put in the wall and it just spreads that nice scent around? That's what these guys are in. Your laundry detergent that smells wonderful, like everything that has that scent, they use this chemical because it helps. It does a really good job of letting it fly through the air. Just not a good thing to be giving our kids more toxins to deal with. All right, the next one is called parabens. Oh, just one last thing on the, I'll just call them phthalates, I don't know how to pronounce it, is that they're not required to be on labels. So you're not gonna be able to read on the back of a label. So what that means is that when you're buying products, you need to look for things that are fragrance-free, things that, you know, are organic, that can't use these type of chemicals. All right, now parabens, they are on labels, and what these do is these just help things last longer on the shelf. And they're in personal care, shampoos, conditioners, deodorants, sunscreens, all that type of stuff. And the EPA has linked parabens to metabolic, developmental, hormonal, and neurological issues, as well as cancer. Now, these are just 2. There are tons more.